This tutorial is sponsored by Patreon. Thank you all for your support. Okay, so let's continue. In today's episode we're gonna be setting up the basic reload of our shotgun. So let's go ahead and make it. So first of all, I want to add the sounds that I didn't add last time, since it was not the correct it was MP3, so let's just add it quickly like that. Okay, for now that's good. Okay, so how does roulette work? Basically, we're gonna have the live bullets and the blank bullets, and every round we're gonna randomly pick, is it gonna be live or a blank? So randomly we're gonna load the gun. If you want to have more similarities with it, you can just go ahead and try playing a buckshot roulette game, and you will understand more about it. But I will explain as I go. So in the Avemba gameplay, I want to start by creating simple UI, and the simple UI widget blueprint, user widget, and call it VB master UI. I always like to call it master UI. And let's create a folder, call it UI folder, and let's move the UI there, like that. So in this master UI, I'm just gonna put canvas panel. I'm gonna put some text just for the test purposes. Test, like that. And I will show you why I need to do map before the UI, but just quickly, let's just show it. So go to the gameplay player controller, and of this node, event begin play in your player controller, we will set input UI only, and the player controller can be self since we are in the player controller. And also let's set show mouse cursor to true, because we're gonna be playing with mouse cursor. We are not gonna be moving, so we don't need the character movement and stuff. And now go to the player character of event begin play, just create a widget, and that's gonna be our master UI, which we are gonna promote a variable, so we have the reference to it, master UI reference, and also we're gonna be adding it to the viewport. So now if we compile and save and we press play, we should see the test. Okay. So now let's create simple cube. Let's pull the cube there. Let's make it a little bit wider. This is gonna be the room where we are gonna play roulette. So I'm just scaling this. Basically press R and then you can scale. Then I'm gonna hold Alt, and first I'm gonna press E to get the rotation, hold Alt and left click to rotate to 90, and make sure you have the snapping for the rotation, and something like this, you know, just simple room. And I can hold Alt, move it, and to get this to move you need to press W. But yeah, it's not important. You can do whatever you want with your map. I'm just doing this for test purposes. So again, as I said, I'm holding Alt and then I'm duplicating it like that. So basically W is for moving, E is for rotation, and R is for scaling. Okay. Alt, and then we just duplicate it. Perfect. It's not the most beautiful art that you ever saw, but you know, it does the work. Okay, so right now we are in a bit of the asylum, depending on the color. So let's create materials, and let's create a dark gray color, dark gray. So right click, material, and call it dark gray. Hold 3, left click, base color, and now just get something very dark like this. Also I'm gonna hold 1, left click, hold 1, left click, and the roughness is gonna be 1, and metallic is gonna be 0, like that. And now just pull it onto your walls, literally. Just like that. Okay, so here we need to add light. So let's see, we have the light here. And as you can see, we have this exposure doing the work here. So I'm gonna need to disable it so we can continue. How do you disable it? Is simply by going to the volumes and finding post-process volume. Just like that. If you don't see place actors, you can just simply go here and place actors panel and you're gonna be fine. So in the details, by selecting the post-process, we will type in bound in details and make it unbound. That means it's gonna be applied to whole world. And XP now for exposure, and minimum and maximum is gonna be 0, like this. And now we can get our intensity here. As you can see, we can light it really good now. And now what I like to do is, if I want to make it darker, I just choose the color, the darker color. Okay, so I mean this should be really fine now. So we have a small cube here. Let's get a basic player start. And to snap it to the bottom, just press End key on your keyboard. Okay, let's start adding stuff. First of all, I'm gonna add the table. So this is the table that I made in the Blender. And I'm kinda gonna make it a little bit better by increasing it 2 and 2 by side. And now we need to find, and also I'm gonna turn off the cast shadow because I don't like it. Also I'm gonna select all the walls and turn off shadow. I'm gonna move it like that. The light is too strong here, so like this is gonna be perfect, as you can see. So I put it to 150, but you can tweak this. Okay, so now we need to see how is it gonna look like for our player eyes. Oh, our player is not even rotated properly. Okay, so let's rotate it. As you can see, we need to... Oh, okay, so we're gonna do the camera thing later on, because we need to set up the camera in our player actor, or I'm gonna or I'm gonna decide to use the one in the level, but we're gonna see what we're gonna do about it. But for now, let's just keep it like this. And yeah, okay, so let's see. First thing first, I'm gonna go to the player character. So just, if you made this room already, you can just follow now. Or you can choose to do the room last, I don't know, but I like to do it now so I know where I am. Let me see, okay. So let's go to the player character now. If I'm going too fast, I'm gonna slow down a little bit, I know. So let's create a basic reload. So whenever whenever the round is done, we're gonna need to reload the shotgun. So we're gonna do that by creating an event, and it's gonna be custom event. It's gonna be reload shotgun. here. And here is going to be all the logic for reloading. So as we said, we're going to have live bullets and blank bullets. So let's create live bullets. Make it integer, sorry. So it's going to be of type integer, and the blank bullets as well. Also, we're going to need boolean to tell us has live bullet. So with this boolean, we're going to call the events, and you will see why in a second. So first of all, what we're going to check is if the player has more live bullets than 1. So greater or equal to 1. So we're gonna hold B, left click to create a branch, and from here we're gonna set condition to be if the player has more live bullets than 1, we can continue. So first I'm gonna program the true part, and then we're gonna go back to false. Sorry, my throat is killing me. Like that. From the true, so if the player has a live bullet, we're gonna check if the player has blank bullets as well. So if the player, we can copy this, has also the blank bullet, then we need to RNG it, you know. So if that's true, we're gonna get random bool. So what this node does is gonna give us random answer, random value to this, and I will show you how we're gonna program this right now. It's very interesting. I really enjoyed prototyping this. So if the player has a live bullet and if the player has a blank bullet, then we're gonna pull it here and we're gonna randomize it. So from here we're gonna pull the branch, and if the condition ended up by randomizing to be true, we're gonna load it with a real bullet, because it's gonna say, okay, it has a real live bullet. So after this is randomized, we're gonna get the answer. If the answer is the real bullet, we're gonna just call print string real bullet loaded. And if it's false, it's gonna be, we can just control D to duplicate. If it's false, it's gonna be blank bullet loaded. Okay, so to show you this works, I can go ahead and just create put the default value of 1, and I can show you this works. So let me just create a quick button. You don't have to do this, I'm just doing this to show you it works. So I'm gonna create this button, which is gonna be variable, and on clicked, it's gonna fire off. Okay, so in the master UI, we need to cast to our player character, obviously, to get the reference. So get player character from the object, and as player character, promote to variable character reference. I'm gonna go back to this in a second. So from the character reference now, because we casted, we can get reload shotgun. So this is just for the testing purposes. So if I go ahead and press play, if I press this, you can see it's going to be randomized. Okay, now we loaded real bullet. As you can see, it's totally random, but there is a way to limit this. So if we have 3 live bullets and 3 blank bullets, if we shoot all 3 live bullets, then it shouldn't be randomized, it should be always blank, right? Because there is only blank left. Okay, so it's very easy to do so, but I just wanted to show you it works. Let's just close this stuff. Let's go to the player character. So this works. From here, so if the player has a live bullet, and that's true, we're gonna check if the player has blank bullets. If that's false, we are always gonna load real bullet, right? So for example, if I set this to be 0, I'm gonna always load the real bullet since, you know, there is no blank bullets. So that works as well. Then, if we don't have live bullets, we're gonna check if we have blank bullets. So here, just copy this. And if it's true, if we have a blank bullets and we don't have live bullets, then I'm just gonna load the blank bullet. And to show you this works, I can go ahead, put live bullets to 0, blank bullets to 1, compile, press play, and as you can see, it's always gonna be blank. Perfect. But if that's not true, so that means literally we have no more bullets, then we're gonna call the new round, but not from here. So if this is false, then it's just new reload. Okay, so I can just print string this to needs reload. Okay, so right now I'm gonna create functions because every time we load the real bullet, we load the blank bullet, we need to remove the bullet from the magazine, right? Not the magazine, but I don't know how to call this. My English is bad. For the shotgun, basically. So, is it shell? I don't know. Rec. Just create a function here. So, first function is gonna be load live bullet. And the second one is gonna be load blank bullet. So how do we load live bullet? We get the live bullet and then we subtract it by 1. And this is gonna be set live bullet. So we are getting our live bullets and we're gonna remove the 1 because we're gonna load it, right? And from here the gun is gonna be loaded with a live bullet. Same thing we can do for the load blank bullet. If we copy it, we can just select everything from here and copy and just drag blank bullet onto this, change node to blank bullet and change node to blank bullet here as well. So we have a really easy way of doing so. Also, I'm gonna create two another functions. Add live ammo. That's gonna be when we add for the every new round, new ammo. And I'm gonna call this one add blank, or we can just add blank and add live bullet. Same stuff for the add live, this is add blank, sorry. For the add live bullet, the same like we did for the load, but here we are actually gonna add. And the number which we are gonna be adding is gonna go here, and it's gonna be called amount. Sorry. And from here we're gonna set live bullets. So why did I pull it here is very simple. So if we go to our event graph and we pull add live bullet, as you can see we can add the amount. So every round I will want to add the custom amount, right? Okay. So let's go from there. We have add live bullet, okay. Now we can just copy this and add it to the blank one. Like we did in the last functions, we just hover the blank and set it to be blank. Also, I'm gonna connect it here. This is gonna be called amount again. Like that. Perfect. So how are we gonna reload the gun when we are not, when we don't have any bullets? That's we're gonna set up on the shoot event to check if we need to go to the new round, if there is no more bullets. So real bullet loaded, everywhere where I put print string, real bullet loaded, I will just load live bullet. So here blank bullet, load blank bullet. So here is the real bullet loaded, so load live bullet. and here is blank, and load blank. Just like that. Let's go ahead and test this out. So we have 3 live bullets and 3 blank bullets. Once we don't have any bullets, we're gonna get print string that says need reload. So we can press reload 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next time we don't have bullets. And it's gonna say needs reload. Perfect. Of course we're gonna set up UI, but let's see how much is this long, 20 minutes. So we're gonna wrap it here. We created basic reload function, and in the next tutorial we're gonna go over shooting and setting up our UI so we can see how much bullets we have. That's it for this episode, and see you in the next one. Bye.